us why you wanted this time off and what you did with it.
I feel like the time off. I was looking for time off, and my first lookout for a time off was when I fought for the title. Um, Dana FaceTime and we have a little conversation, and he was just checking on me, blah blah. And I remember in March I was like, okay, I went through a crazy fight, so I did say, can I please fight in MSG so I have like a big break before jumping back to the gym and still having over 4 months to prepare. And we kind of agree with that on the spot, but there's how many fights from then to like actually talk about it. And then the Abu Dhabi fight came, and I got excited. And even if I did knew when I was on the phone with Hunter about the Abu Dhabi fight, I say no at first. And of course, they tell you what can happen if you win or when you win. And I was like, fuck, okay. So fuck it. Let me call coach. I called coach, and I was so excited already that I convinced him easy, but I just think it was too quick. And you don't know that until you are on the cage. And I have had losses before. It wasn't like my first loss, but that one kind of like hurts a lot just because I didn't found myself on it. And then I was like, okay, now I need time off. Now I need like this real time away competition. And I was like, I won't even pick up the phone. I will train. I will like figure it out how to get better, but I won't fight. And then October, November came around, and I started like ramping up training. I was like, okay, now I'm feeling everything backing me. I'm feeling like happy with everything on my training. So I decided like time to come back. So I was asking to fight in March. March didn't came. They asked to fight in May in the Iowa car. I was on it. Then they call again and said like, hey, we need to move you to the O'Malley Merab car. And I was like, sure, like what else can I do? Go against the company? I don't do that. I said, let's do it. But then that's the consequences of having 2 more months of camp. I broke my rib. Some people don't disclose things because they're afraid of getting hit there. I was like, fuck it, I broke my rib. It's gonna heal once it's healed, it's healed. And that hurt because I was getting into a rhythm that was like, fuck, I'm feeling good, everything feels right, and then boom, the rib breaks, and I'm like, what's wrong? Something was wrong in the air, in the energy, or everything happened for a reason. So I just healed up, and then once I was healed, I was like, I'm gonna do what I did back in the day when I lost 2 in a row. I'm gonna just train very hard, and when they call, they call. And I did that. I didn't ask for a fight. I didn't reach out. And then one day, me and coach were in the gym, sitting, talking, and then Jason called and said like, "Hey, October, it's Zahabi." Look to my left, told coach the day and the name, and he just thumbs up. And I was like, "Let's do it."
Did you have any idea at that point that Mackenzie Dern would be in a title fight 1 week after? And I guess, was that a good
No,
thing for your camp?
no, that kind of happened quick. That happened like 2 months ago, I guess. Yeah, it wasn't at the same time, so kind of works good because it's back to back, I guess.
Did you feel like, going into that time off and the losses, like, did you do some soul searching of why you think that went that way? Did you feel either your training or your skill set had plateaued in any way, or what was, your insights on that?
I mean, it gotta be something definitely at a skill and mental level, right? If you're failing short, something is wrong, right? And it's so easy to just point fingers. I could blame my coaches, my friends, my family. I can blame anything, right? But then I go and sometimes just take a seat and have an honest conversation with yourself, because we know inside what's going on. We know everything that happened. It's just matter of we want to talk or not out loud about it. And I really feel I was just burned out. I trained too hard, not because anything, but just because I love to do it. I mean, I don't drink, I don't party, I don't sniff cocaine. So what else can I do? I gotta train all day, every day. Plus, I love my long distance running, and 15 miles on Sunday, you're fucked on Monday. But I just enjoy doing that. Like, and I'm friends with ultra runners, which is probably not the best friends to have because they would take you for long runs. And I just stopped running. I feel that was one of the main things I did for this camp. I stopped doing 15 miles or 30 miles every Sunday. Just because when I used to do it, I was beat up till about Wednesday. And then Thursday, I just get all my quick and sharpness back just because I was burned out. So we did a lot of sprinting. We switched the long distance running and we were sprinting twice in a week. And even the way my body changes, I got a little more caught up. And when I was sparring, it was, it started to show. I was a little quicker in the first round. When I was like, oh, that's what it was. Running for 3-4 hours, you're not gonna have fast twitch. You're gonna last forever, but we're only fighting 15 minutes. So I think that was a good change to do. And at the end of the day, it's all mental. You just gotta do it.
When you last fought Aiemann Zahabi, it wasn't really like a contender in this division, but he's had some nice wins over the past year against some notable names. What do you just think of him? You fought the best of the best in this weight class. Do you think he stacks up?
I mean, I have so much experience in the UFC. I've been here for almost 11 years that you can just overlook a guy and be like, yeah, whatever. I fought better guys because that shitty guy that you call him shitty can beat the fuck out of you in any given night. So I treat this fight the same way I treat all the contenders or former champions that I fought. Like, I don't treat fights like, oh, this is going to be easier or this guy doesn't have what I have. I put myself kind of like below in a way. I'm like, okay, this guy will kick my ass. That's where I train hard. That's where I'm disciplined and I do the right things. And Saturday night comes, I'm going to fight my ass off.
Just last thing for me. Last time you also fought, Merab Dvalishvili wasn't even the champion yet. Now he's like almost cleared out the division, on the verge of the most title defenses we've ever seen. What have you just made of his run as champion? And it seems like, he's going through all these guys. He's going to need fresh people to fight at some point.
He's good, man. He's really good, and he fights at a pace that he make you doubt yourself. Like, he have showed that, not the most skillful striker, not the most clean grappling, because he's not tapping everyone out like other people like Demian back in the day, but he just put it together, and doesn't matter how it looks, but he gets it done. So it's amazing what he's doing, and that's one of the persons that have like almost in a way motivate me to be, you know what, let's get my shit together. Let me figure it out how to win these fights, because I can get there again, and it would be good to have a fight like that one day, because it's just a challenge that brings up to the table. It's like the guy I'm fighting. He's coming off a good streak. It motivates me to like, okay, let's prove who's better, and that gets me out of the bed every morning.
Talked about switching things up with the sprinting. Do you think that will translate into your fights in terms of starting off stronger? In some of your matchups, is that something that you think will help you as far as getting off on the right foot?
I believe so, because when I was like putting things in perspective and looking now, when you start a long race, like let's say we're doing 15 miles, the first 6 you can take it easy. But that's already over half an hour.
Yeah.
And that's what was happening, that there were fights, like on the Pedro Munoz fight, it was like second round, and I haven't even break a sweat yet. Yes, sure, I have crazy cardio, but also the fast twitch is not working the way that you want it for a fight. So now I do start a little quicker. At least in the gym has been proof with good competition or with guys that I haven't never sparred in the past, it's like, hey, we have a sparring day today. Let's see what we can do better in the first 2 rounds. Because the third round, we all know I can do backflips. But I myself, I need to do this in the first round. And I mean, I can tell you everything I did because I don't feel shy to, tell people at the end of the day a fight is a fight. But the only and the ultimate test is Saturday night. On Saturday night, we all find out if what I did in this last year worked or not.
Do you watch tape on your opponents, or is that something where your coaches do?
No, I do watch. I watch a lot of tape.
And I bring that up because his last fight with Jose Aldo was fairly close. Some people even felt like it could have gone the other way. How did you score that fight after watching it back?
I have not have one conversation with someone that I know or that I don't know that have said the opposite. Like everybody have said that Aldo have won. It was kind of like a weird fight because I would say first for Aldo, second arguably you can give it to Aiemann, but the third one goes 2 minutes of dramatic, almost KO on Aldo, and then Aldo look at the clock and just go, okay, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. Shoots a weird takedown, then pull guard, and then they end like, if someone does that to me, that person is done. I wouldn't just control on top. I would figure out how to put you out. But a lot of people think Aldo won the fight. But I mean, I'd rather win like that than don't win. I tell you that coming off 2 losses.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And the reason I bring that up, obviously, this is in Canada. He will have, the fans on his side. Any worries if this does go to the judges' scorecards that the crowd may sway the judges a bit?
I don't even think about the things I cannot control. I'm trying just to kill. That's it.
Yeah, absolutely. And, Mike was talking about Merab. A guy that you were supposed to fight actually was Mario Batista. What have you made of his run? Now he's got the Umar fight, but he's also sort of getting these wins where maybe he's being counted out. He beat Patchy Mix. What have you made of his run? Is that a fight you do want down the line at some point?
He's another one that is a great fighter. He has good pressure. He showed good striking against Patchy, but so far Patchy is like heavy talk before a fight. Like he talks like mean, but then in the fight doesn't show that too much. But Mario is a good fighter. He seems like he can grapple pretty good. So we'll see against Umar what he really got, because Corey submitted him, and after that he have like a good run. So we find out how good it is. And down the line, the UFC knows. They just have to call.
And you mentioned Patchy Mix there. A lot of people were wondering when he came over to the UFC how well he'd do, and he's lost 2 fights. I don't know if you knew much about him before him coming to the UFC, but what do you make of his run that he hasn't got that first UFC win yet?
Like 0-2 is a rough start, but Merab has a 0-2, right? So I feel like careers can turn around. I don't know him personally, and I don't care too much, so we'll see what happens. But this is the hardest place to fight. So most of the guys coming from other companies, I know people talk shit on the UFC and Dana, but it's just a different animal. Like it's B-level versus the best in the world anywhere else.
Yeah, and just last one for me. You mentioned you don't party anymore, go out, you don't drink. Do you partake in other things, particularly marijuana, anything like that, or no? You off that?
Yeah, no,
The reason I bring that up, Vancouver's got some pretty good weed.
I don't, like what I said, I don't drink or party at all. Like I drink after a fight, and you can only fight twice a year. So I'm not a big drinker. I'm into natural wine and that kind of shit, but I can only drink a cup or here and there. So on the drinking side, I'm not big. I do smoke weed, a lot of weed, but I also stop every fight. I stop around 20 days before. Not because it affects me or benefits me, it's just because I don't want smoke in my lungs. And I do a bunch of mushrooms too. So I'm open about it. I'm not fucking, shy about it. And I do also know the benefits of that I can get. And I also know everything in ecstasy is bad for you. So
Did you not know before taking this fight that Vancouver's sort of known for for having good weed?
I can say people in my team went to smoke and they said it's just not very good here.
Oh, really? Wow.
I mean,
Okay,
we came
okay.
from Cali too.
That's true. Yeah,
Don't
bar's pretty
forget
high,
that.
right? So yeah.
We got
Okay.
some fucking alien weed out there.
Yeah.
Anyone else with?